Hi, my name is Blakely Volmer, and this is my group's project over the effects of social media among school-age children. So our project focuses on the effects of social media among school-age children because social media has rapidly become a major part of their everyday lives. Recent data shows that 95% of teens have access to a smartphone and about 90% use social media on a regular basis. So almost every child is growing up online now. Kids and young teens are still developing socially and emotionally, so constant online interaction can strongly influence their self-esteem, friendships, and how they view themselves. Certain groups are also more vulnerable than others. For example, preteens and girls often report more pressure from comparison and cyberbullying, which can lead to greater emotional distress. Research shows that high screen media use can lead to delayed bedtimes and reduced sleep, which affects mood and learning the next day. And when teens spend more than 4 hours a day online, they are more likely to experience anxiety and depressive symptoms and struggle while staying focused in school. Because these negative impacts are becoming more common and are affecting children's health, relationships, and education all at once, social media use has become a significant and growing social concern that we need to better understand and address.
Emma Reynolds and I will be reviewing the literature of social media use among school-age children. What we know is that social media is extremely commonly used among school-age children, and after reading some research from Pew Research and national surveys, we've kind of measured some outcomes of possible effects, mainly negative, that social media can have on school-age children. We measured some outcomes such as mental health, how studies have reported that using social media can lead to depressive symptoms, anxiety, self harm, and suicide amongst adolescents, and how the persistent sadness and hopelessness and bullying can come from places like social media. We also found that performance levels can also be affected by social media use, especially if they're using it at nighttime and displacing their sleep and the poor sleep quality. This also ties in with mental health. If you're not getting enough sleep, you're not treating your body right, so it can lead to some more mental health issues. We also find that cyberbullying is one of the biggest negative effects of social media. Roughly one third to one half of the youth report some cyberbullying in some aspect across all countries and all samples. So that's a big thing that we have focused on with this project. Yes, thank
Moving on to a plan for implementation of the solution. Our solution is teaching social media awareness from grades 2nd to 8th. Starting off with curriculum and instruction. We plan to integrate digital literacy lessons by embedding short lessons into ELA, social studies, and additional advisory to address online safety, emotional impact, and responsible posting. Lessons will increase in complexity, transitioning from each grade level. Breaking down into the different grade levels. Grades 2nd to 3rd will talk about simple safety rules, understanding the difference between public and private information, recognizing online situations that cause either positive or negative feelings. Moving on to grades 4th through 5th, we'll discuss respectful online communication, identifying ads and influencers, and understanding how social media can affect one's self-esteem. Finally, is grades 6th through 8th. We will be talking about cyberbullying awareness, recognizing misinformation, peer pressure resistance, and strategies for maintaining one's healthy online boundaries. However, this cannot be done without support. For support, we will have teacher training by providing workshops and ready-to-use materials so teachers can confidently deliver lessons and respond to online behavior issues. Next would be parent involvement. We will send home digital safety guides and host short workshops to align both the school and the home's expectations for screen time and social media use. Then will be student engagement. We would use monthly digital wellness challenges, role plays and scenarios, and peer pressure-led discussions to reinforce safe and healthy online behavior. Lastly is evaluation. We would use pre and post surveys, teacher observations, and tracking of cyberbullying reports to measure improvement and adjust the program
My name is
annually.
Sophia Rooney, and I will be talking about limitations of implementation. While there are solutions to almost every problem in this world, not all of them can be as effective as we would like them to be. Teaching students in schools from 2nd grade through 8th grade has the potential to be very effective, but with that comes possible limitations. Some of these limitations are practical barriers, family disagreeing, and the cost of the program. One of the practical barriers is that younger students taking the program may have engagement issues since they don't use social media as often as an older student would. One of the problems with family disagreeing is that some parents may disagree with schools teaching anything about social media at all, especially when parents have different rules on how their students use social media. And another big limitation of this program could be the cost. Training teachers to be able to teach safe and healthy habits while using social media could be very expensive, especially with smaller or underfunded schools. They could struggle to afford the program. And along with that, technology changing so often, it could be expensive to update the program each year. Thank you.